Hello, Dr. Christensen, Joseph
Yeah.
Greenwell.
Hi, good to meet you.
Good to meet you too. Thanks for meeting with me today.
You're welcome.
Mind if I sit down?
Sure.
All right. Well, how are you doing today?
Good. It's
Doing
been an
good?
easy day.
Oh, that's good to hear. You enjoying the weather?
It could be a little warmer.
I agree with you. I'm definitely a fan of the warmer weather. Looking forward to a good summer. So, I just wanted to come in today and kind of get to know you a little bit and learn about the hospital and just kind of get a feel for your situation and see if there's anything I can help you with. So, but before we start, is there anything, or is there anybody else that is involved in purchasing or anything like that, or anyone that needs to sit in on this meeting?
Well, we have a hospital purchasing supervisor, but usually it's the surgeons who request what we want,
Okay.
and then the hospital will purchase it for us.
All right. Do you mind if I take some notes?
No, go right
Okay,
ahead.
thank you. How long have you been with Ball Hospital?
Well, I did my residency at Ball Hospital many years ago,
Okay.
and then was away and returned about 3.5 years ago.
Okay, 3.5 years. And did you start out as a surgeon at Ball 3.5 years ago?
Yes.
You did? Okay. Cool. How many surgeries would you say you typically perform a month or a week?
Ooh. Average probably 3 to 4 a day. So maybe 15 to 20 a week.
15 to 20 a week, okay. And what are your most common operations that you perform?
Well, the most common is laparoscopic gallbladder surgery, appendectomy.
Laparoscopic gallbladder and appendectomy?
Appendectomies, exploratory abdominal surgery, and some cancer surgery,
Okay.
mostly abdominal.
Some cancer, but mostly abdominal. Okay. And during these surgeries, what are kind of the most common instruments that you find yourself using?
Retractors, clamps, scissors,
Okay.
just a variety.
Mm-hmm. Just probably depends on the operation you're doing.
Mhm.
Okay. Are you satisfied with the instruments that you have been using so far? Have you noticed any problems or anything of that nature?
No.
No? Okay. Is there anything that you wish could go better while you've been operating, not necessarily with the instruments? You said that you're satisfied with the instruments, but is there anything that you wish could go better during the operations?
Sometimes the scheduling is a problem.
Okay. And have you ever had any problems with sales reps in the past?
What do you mean?
Just not meeting your needs, or not being able to communicate with you as well, or anything of that nature.
Sure, I think some sales reps communicate better than others. The thing that is most troublesome is a sales rep who will set up a meeting and then not show.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you typically use any disposable instruments?
A lot.
A lot of
yes.
disposable instruments.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you know which of the instruments are the disposable ones?
You mean the brand name?
Yeah. Sorry.
No.
No. Okay. So while you're in the operating room, I imagine you use some kind of headlight. Am I correct?
Not normally. Normally we use just the overhead.
Overhead headlights. Okay.
Yeah, operating
Mhm.
lights. So, in some situations we use a headlight if it's very deep surgery or very
Okay.
small surgery.
Deep surgery and the overhead headlights.
Mhm.
And now, is it just one headlight that you would have overhead, or would you have multiple?
Multiple, usually it's 2 or 3.
And why are you having to use so many overhead headlights?
Just to light up the surgical field
Okay.
from different directions, because we're standing next to the table
Mhm.
and there's a nurse and an assistant, and the lights have to come in from different directions. We also will ask someone to adjust the lights sometimes
Okay.
when it could be better.
And now,
aimed.
when you're adjusting the light, are you having to move the lights, or are you just like adjusting the brightness, or like anything like
No, they stay on kind of a
constant brightness?
constant brightness.
Mhm.
What we do is reach up and grab a handle which has a sterile covering on it, and the light is like a big dome-shaped
Mhm.
light that's on a swivel, so we can move it all over the
Okay.
place.
And who normally adjusts the light? Is that you while you're operating, or is that
No, it's
an assistant? Or
an assistant.
An assistant. Okay.
Mhm.
So just to summarize what I've gotten from you so far, you typically do about 3 to 4 excuse me, surgeries a day. You said 15 to 20 a week. And your most common surgeries are the laparoscopic and the gallbladder surgeries, and then also the appendectomy, and you have some cancer operations, which are mostly abdominal. You said that sometimes with reps, you've had problems with scheduling and things like that and not following up. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you said you typically use a lot of disposable instruments.
Yes.
Okay. And you said that sometimes you use headlights, sometimes you don't. Normally, you have your overhead headlights, and you use those for your deep surgeries. And usually you said you have 2 or 3 of them. So is everything I've told you so far pretty accurate?
Yes.
Okay. If you don't mind, I'll tell you a little bit about what we at Integra Surgical do. Initially, we specialized in custom orthopedic implants, but since then we have transitioned into a full-line musculoskeletal distributor. We consistently endeavor to provide new technologies to physicians, surgeons, hospitals, surgery centers, and aesthetic clinics. We have a wide assortment of products to meet your every need and every patient's need. I'd like to just tell you a little bit about our instrument features. We have all our instruments are German stainless steel. Excuse me. So they're of the highest quality. We also have a 95% fill rate, which means that if you order 100 instruments, then 95 instruments will be able to ship immediately, so you don't have to worry about back orders or anything of that nature. And then for the headlights, while I'm talking to you about this, I'll just give you a little. I wasn't able to bring one with me today, but here's a little bit about it, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
So our headlights, you said you typically don't use them, but the advantage, I guess to say, with our LED headlights is that they give you full mobility while you're operating. They don't have cords or things like that, so you don't have to worry about unplugging and replugging things in while you're moving around. You said that you guys normally use the overhead lights, and you said that your assistants are having to adjust them and move them around as you're operating. Well, with the LED headlight that's on your head, obviously, you won't have to worry about asking them to adjust the lights or anything, so they can focus on better tasks,
Mm-hmm.
be more efficient. The battery that comes along with it, with the LED headlights, is lighter than the previous ones that I'm sure you're more familiar with, the xenon lights. The light's actually a brighter light with a white light, which allows you to see true colors instead of the blue tint that most the xenon lights have.
Mm-hmm.
The battery life is actually a 3-hour battery life, so it's longer than the xenon lights, and it's a very easy switch. So if your surgeries run longer than 3 hours, you're able to just switch them in and out really fast. And if someone doesn't charge, because I know that's been a problem in the past, if someone doesn't charge the battery, you know, there's the option to plug it in as well.
Okay. So explain to me how this works then. It's the headlight fits on your head and it's got a wire that connects to a battery pack.
Correct.
And where do you carry
And then
the
you can
battery?
either clip it on anywhere or put it in a pocket, or we can even bring in a belt that can clip around your waist for you, whichever you would prefer.
And do you know how long it takes the battery to charge up?
The battery charges in about 20 minutes, I'm pretty sure. About 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then another advantage about this headlight as opposed to the xenon headlights is it's less expensive. It's only $6,500 as opposed to the $7,500 for the xenon headlight.
Mm-hmm.
And then also along with that, with the LED headlight, you never have to buy new fiber optic cables because, like I said, it's cordless, so you don't have to worry about that, and you don't have to buy new bulbs and everything like that. So.
So is there some kind of warranty? How long?
We have a
how
3-year
long?
warranty.
3 year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm sure you know that the typical upkeep of the xenon headlights is $1,500, just with having to buy new fiber optic cables and bulbs and that nature. But with the LED headlight, after the initial purchase of the $6,500, you don't have to worry about any other costs.
Mm-hmm. Mm. So have you had any problems with these?
I would say we haven't had any problems. Everyone that has used them so far has liked them. They like the mobility that it's allowed them. They like the brightness that it gives them, and they just find that they're just more efficient with these headlights than using the xenon lights.
Is there some way that the surgeon can reach up and adjust?
Oh yes,
the light?
the light is completely adjustable, all 360 degree.
Yeah. And is there some kind of sterile covering then that we can use during surgery?
There is a sterile covering that it's like a little plastic covering that can go over it that you can remove.
Okay. Very good.
And then we also offer a service to you guys, which is our instrument management program, which means that it's at no cost to you if you sign up with Integra as your prime vendor, meaning you only buy instruments through us. What we would do then is we would send a specialist in, and they'll do a full inventory of your hospital instruments, and they'll go through set by set and write down each instrument and the product number that goes along with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that information is then sent into our database where you're able to look at the reference number and then cross-reference with Integra products and even competing products so that you can see what you have and what you don't have.
Mm-hmm. So what happens if we have a problem with this headset and have to send it back or have to send it in for repair?
Mm-hmm.
Where does it go and how long does that take?
Well, if you have a problem with it, while you're operating, I will be in the operating room with you. So if you have a problem or you have a question, I'll be there to answer your questions. I'll also bring an extra one for you. If you have a problem, then we can just interchange it just like that.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Yeah.
Need to think about it. That's quite a big investment.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'll have to talk with the purchasing supervisor
Okay.
at the hospital. So, but thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Is there? Would you like to schedule a time that I can come back and meet with you? Maybe go over paperwork or anything like that, or just answer any more questions that you have. And feel free to email me questions, or even call me, however you prefer to communicate any questions you have until then.
Well, why don't you stop by my receptionist on your way out and have her check the schedule. Maybe we can meet again in a week or so.
In a week? Okay. Do you have a particular day off the top of your head that you can remember?
No, it just
Okay.
depends on the
I'll
schedule.
talk to her. What's the receptionist's name?
Maggie.
Maggie? Okay. All right, well, I'll give you my business card real fast. Here you go.
Okay.
Can I have yours?
Sure.
Thank
There you
you.
go. Thank you.
I appreciate you meeting with me today. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
You're welcome.
Look
Pleasure
forward
meet
to meeting you in the future.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
You too.